thank you for joining TW18 Nightly News. Today is January 7th, 2019. First up, bank fraud. According to the writer Shen, quote, Wells Fargo employees applied for roughly 565,000 credit cards and 1.5 million deposit accounts that may not have been authorized by the customers, end quote. Furthermore, Shen states, quote, the unauthorized credit cards may also have come with accompanying fees and other charges, end quote. Shen states regulators have now slapped Wells Fargo with record fines for their findings, that Wells Fargo was ineffective in developing an oversight system for ensuring that their sales force operated in a manner that was ethical and within the rule of law. According to the paper titled Implementing Ethics in Business Organization, written by Shinbo and Beinart, that appeared in the Journal of Business Ethics, quote, a liberal, capitalistic-oriented economy can only function if the participants and the responsible players follow a certain set of ethics. This value canon means, for example, that bills are to be paid, contracts are to be kept, employees, shareholders, competitors, suppliers, and customers are to be treated according to the existing contracts and the law. Only if a large majority of players in an economy adhere to these principles can the economy function properly, end quote. This means that ethics are the foundation of all business endeavors. Without the ethics acting as a chassis that underpins our economic system, our business dealings would collapse. Saucer echoes this in his paper titled Ethics in Business, Answering the Call. This work was also published in the Journal of Business Ethics. In his work, Saucer states that the marketplace cannot function without good faith, ethical behavior from organizations and those who lead them. An understanding of that point leads us to the understanding that ethics are one of the most valuable concepts in business and must be incorporated into strategic planning. When planning to ensure ethical behavior for organizations, the easiest consideration for the leaders of the organization is the rule of law. Saucer comments on this as well when he states, the law plays an important, most would say an essential, part in establishing the moral and practical milieu in which business takes place, end quote. Organizational strategic planners must understand the law and ensure all of their planning is within the framework of the law. It is not debatable that operating outside of the law is unethical and will lead to many negative consequences, not unlike the hundreds of millions in fines and fees that Wells Fargo incurred for the unethical behavior of their sales associates. Operating within the law is a form of umbrella that protects the organization from many different adverse results. In paper titled The Definition of Morality, Threading the Needle by Lusso, that was published in the Social Theory and Practice journal, Lusso argues that morality has the primary purpose of promoting mutually benefited social cooperation. While this is a component of morality, this segment argues that morality is about increasing well-being for all. In capitalist systems, businesses have the potential to increase the well-being for all. The owners, the shareholders, the employees, and the customer. With proper strategic planning, strategic planners can build organizations that increase well-being for all. For this reason alone, it is why the actions of some at Wells Fargo are so ghastly and disappointing. It is also an example of why strategic ethics planning is so important for the strategic planning in organizations. Well, that is all for this segment. I will pass it on to Weatherman for the weather.